Um, Hello there, my crafty friends. Sorry. I hope that is better. I know I can hear me, but why do I not have a camera up there? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm just going to pull this up on my computer. You can probably hear how congested I am, but I just had to share this with you. And of course, with this new software, I have to log in like 3 different times. Oh, can you hear me? Please give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know that you can hear me because I can only see on one spot, and one of them tells me I'm muted, but if I unmute that one, then you get an awful echo. So thumbs up. Can you hear me? I hope so. Okay, good. Hi, Judy. Hi, Sandy. I just need to log in here because for some reason, when I look at it in my iPad, which should, I mean, up on here it's showing my face, but on there it's not. So I'm going to just log in here. Oh, of course, it's going to make me do that because I can't get into my email from here. So, yeah, I'm seriously fighting a cold, but I feel like I'm so far behind. Well, maybe not behind, but I have, you know what? I'm just going to forego that part. We're just going to trust that this is all going to work. You can see me. I can see my hands. I'm not even sure that you need to see my face. I mean, I showered today, but it doesn't even look like it. So I think, nope, wrong one. Let's turn that one off. Uh, I'm in stream with audio only. Oh, and it's such a brutal cold, Judy. So brutal. Oy, why won't my iPad let me see the right one? Oh, bear with me for just a second. How is the sound? I know you can hear me, but is the sound okay? General. Okay. It's driving me crazy that I can't see what you see, but oh, I don't even have an elastic in here. Okay, well, you're getting what you're getting. You get what you get because if I turn it to the other one, then I'm not sure that you can see my hands. What about this way? That's better, except let's switch that for that. Honestly, I don't know. So Dave had a cold like a week ago. He still sounds so congested. My son had a cold. He is still coughing up a storm. It's unbelievable how long this cold hangs on. So I'm in for a real treat, right? Especially given that I've still got so much to do. So I know I asked you last week how I should go about sharing my treat holders. I thought about doing Facebook Live, well, live stream. I thought about just doing like quick shorts with them. I think what I'm going to do is just do a blog post. You'll have the photos, and I will do a template for them all, but I don't know how quickly I can get to that. Okay, so I just need to watch my code right here. 392278 978. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of a secure thing, but I can't see. Oh my gosh. On my phone, it has to be Safari. On a computer, it has to be Chrome. Make up your mind. Okay, so I shared in my little spoiler earlier that we are going to play with Penguin Place. This is retiring. The punch is, to be honest, I haven't even looked in the last chance list. There is an amazing sale tomorrow. If you spend $100 or more before taxes and shipping, you will get free shipping tomorrow only. If you are looking for any of the items from the last chance sale, there are some where you don't want to add the bundle. You're going to want to add the punch or the dies separately from the stamp set because there are so many great deals. However, like I just said, I haven't gone on to see what's still left because I'm tackling my to-do list one thing at a time. So, yeah, Susan said it went through her home last 3 weeks. Okay. Hi, Pam. So, for those of you that might be new to me or new to StreamYard, if you're watching from Facebook, if you go into Facebook, you need to go to StreamYard.com and allow Facebook to share your name. Otherwise, I just see Facebook user. And I mean, I can guess, but I'd rather not. So if you want me to be able to see your name, then just if you could go and do that, that would be great. Because Pam Simmons, I see your name and you shared your name. Okay, I need to share my login code one more time and then I will be good to go. 0. Okay, so I did this cute little cutie with the Penguin Place. We've got this, I have to theme it up, right? So he's in a little teacup of hot chocolate. I decided I was going to use the Snowfall Accents Puff Paint, which, if it's still available, is an incredible deal. I decided to put it on my other project that I'm going to show you. And I thought, I'm going to put it on the edge of the cup and going to have it where he's been dunking in the hot chocolate and he's just kind of popped up. So my snowflake is a little warped and I love it, but it is because I went and put my snowfall on after the fact. So it kind of curled up and I am loving it. Hi, Jill. So I was looking for a hot chocolate packet that was a little different and one that could hold a spoon. So the wonderful Tiffany sent me some of these peppermint spoons, candy cane spoons last year because I couldn't find them at my Dollar Tree. So we've got our cute little penguin on the front. And funny story, you'll see his little beak here. It's with the washi tape, which is retiring. Because when I took this bundle to work last year, we had this little crafty day, he lost his beak. And I remember seeing one of the stamps on the floor. Actually, someone was going to, I missed a digit. Someone was going to add it to their project. Like it was taped on there. I'm like, that's my stamp, buddy. So, dang it. Okay, I give up on the web version. It'll keep me more focused because honestly, this is distracting. So bye, TV. Okay, so inside we have a cute little snowman just kind of snowing down or sledding down the hill. I had to use the snowman, 1, because he's so cute, and 2, because I only have his beak. So he's on a little snowbank. We've got the be cool, be chill, be merry, some snowflakes in the back. You've got some room to write here. We've got this cute little DSP pocket, which is what holds the hot chocolate. Now, again, because I was heating this up with everything already adhered, everything is just a little wonky. But we've got this spoon in here. I've just got a hole punch in there, and then we can tie it up. Now, when I was making my alternate, I forgot to adhere my ribbon before I adhered my little DSP pocket, so I had to go a different route. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you don't have access to candy cane spoons, or there's really cute chocolate stirring spoons that I've seen, I think Walmart has them. Dollarama might have them. Shoppers Drug Mart has them. For those of you catching me for the first time, I am in Canada. So if you're wondering why you've never heard of Shoppers Drug Mart, that's why. But if you don't have spoons, 1, you could get wooden spoons because Amazon has those. They're in foil and you hate them. Oh no. Oh, Jill, what a pair we are. Maybe we'll have to combine our stamp sets. Jill said she lost the hat. So I'm missing a beak, you're missing a hat. Maybe there's a couple other people that have lost pieces to this set. So are you ready to see the other one? And the oh so cute stamp set that's coming in Sale-A-Bration? You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, you got your pre-order and you haven't done anything. I am not just sitting around. I have so much going on. If I remember, I will show you just a glimpse of the mess that's going on in this room. But the Adorable Owls is part of Sale-A-Bration, which goes live on January 5th. If you are a demonstrator, you can get these products now. If you would like to be able to get these products now, you can purchase the starter kit. If you're in Canada, I would love for you to join my team. And otherwise, you'll just have to wait till January 5th. So this is the first time I've inked up these little owls. I have another little treat that I can't wait to have time to design with, but I thought I would give you both a penguin and something that's a little less Christmassy, although he is wearing a Santa hat. And that is because the hot chocolate packet, he's wearing a Santa hat. So I always take the theme of the packaging to be the theme of my product. So with this one, we've got the navy background with the stars. I really thought about using the Celebrate Everything DSP because it has this black with the stars, but it was black with stars. And I'm like, nope, can't do it. It has to be navy. So instead, I went with Night of Navy. And I've got a piece of the new Fancy Flora DSP. This will be coming in the January to April spring catalog. For those of you that have requested a catalog from me, mine finally shipped Monday. I've been waiting 10, 11 days for them to ship. It's unbelievable. So just a little side note, as a demonstrator, we can demonstrators and customers can expedite their orders. Unfortunately, catalogs cannot be expedited. So I ordered my pre-order with an expedited shipping, but my catalog sat in picking for 11 days. So as soon as they get here, I will get them out to you. If you live in Canada and you need a catalog and you are not yet working with a demonstrator, just fill out my form. I will try and make sure the link is in the video. I have the memory of Dory, so it's altogether likely that won't happen, but I will try. So I got this from Amazon. These Gourmet du Village, I know that's the totally anglicized way to say it. I used to be able to find them at Shelmerdines. You can, Amazon.ca is always where I get mine. So the penguin, the owl, they're just really cute little packages and they make great little add-on treats, stocking stuffers. They're like $1.50 each. So I go looking for themes and go from there. So this one, I use the Ring with Nature for the love and warmth. We've got that Fancy Flora DSP, and this one, we've got a candy cane. Now, I didn't really want it hanging down, so what I did was I just tucked it in there. It does push that piece up just a little bit. And like I said, I forgot to put the ribbon on. So this one, I used a Velcro dot, and I just punched out my paper so that it wouldn't be sitting on top, which obviously would negate the Velcro dot. So which one's your favorite? I love these owls. If you're wondering how I colored them, I will try to do the same kind of coloring when I do my other little treat. But I use some of the skin tones Stampin' blends. And I know owls wouldn't have blue eyes, but it was to match the background. So we are going to make this little guy. That was a lot of talking. I'm sorry. Not feeling better yet. I have a feeling this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better, but thank you for asking. Okay, so we don't need a whole lot for this. This is my prototype. I have so much of this Ringed with Love DSP that I'm using it to do my little prototypes. I'm sorry about the shadow that comes here. It's because my iPad is like right above me and it blocks some of the light. So this isn't going to take too long. I think we might actually use Balmy Blue this time. I think I used Pool Party just because that's what I used the first time, because it's actually probably Balmy Blue on here. We're using the Storybook Gnomes DSP. I'm just going to grab my Penguin Punch. You love them both. Thank you so much. Hi, Roz. I haven't used the Penguin. I think this is the first time I've used it this year. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of Balmy Blue. And we can't quite get 2 from a sheet, but there is a fair amount of cardstock left after we cut what we need. Gee. Okay, so our cardstock needs to be 6.5 by 8. Now, I've actually taken mine down to 6 inches because this, I was trying to cover the whole thing, and I thought, you know, it's kind of cute that you can see just a tiny bit of it so that you know that there's something in there. So we're going to do 6 by 8. So we might as well take it off of this side. So you've still got at least a mat and a little bit. So 6 by 8. Such a short memory. And we are scoring at 3 1/4 and 3 5/8. I'm so glad you don't hear that echo, but it's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so that is all there is to that, and I think you'll be amazed at how easy this little pocket is. Before I forget, I am going to go ahead and add some ribbon. Now, that being said, I have like this much of my glittered white organdy ribbon, and I have a class coming up that I need the rest of this for, so I'm not going to use that. Let's use this. This is the white and Balmy Blue variegated ribbon that's in the spring catalog that's coming. It's actually part of the retreat that Tiffany, Sherry, and I are doing, which is why it's out. So if you're not aware, Tiffany, Almeida, Sherry Rubin, and I will be doing Nothing But Love retreat February 17th to 19th. We're using the Country Bouquet bundle, which comes with a punch that punches out these and the leaves, and then the Share a Milkshake bundle. So that is why that's out. And then I also have a class featuring just the Share a Milkshake coming out, and I am collaborating with another Canadian demonstrator on that one. I can't wait to share more information. However, it's another thing where it's like, I don't have time. I'm supposed to have an email coming out like probably tomorrow. Okay, so I think I want my Balmy Blue on top, so I'm just going to run some tear and tape back here because I know that if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. So we also need to punch a hole there because I ended up using a hole punch here, which is not exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know why my face is so itchy. But we will put some ribbon or some tear and tape to about there. We don't need it to go the whole way across. And then I don't put it on the seam because I don't want it to bunch there. Oh, I am so congested. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. So I was able to work from home today as a planned work from home day. And then I'm supposed to be in the office tomorrow. However, we'll see how that goes. And off on Friday. I work all of next week, and then I'm off. Our office is closed. We go back like January 3rd, but I decided to take that week off. So I'll have tons of time after Christmas, which is not when I need it. I need it now, but Sale-A-Bration, right? Okay, so we've got our ribbon on there. I'm going to go ahead and cut my DSP. So I think this piece is the right size, but we'll see. So we need it to be 4 5/8 by 6. And I'm pretty sure that when I finished putting my sample together, that is exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did. So we have the same 2 score marks on 3 of the 4 sides. So we are, I don't want to steer you wrong. We're scoring at 3/8 and 3/4 on the 3 sides. So I prefer to work on this side of the blade when I've got such a small piece of paper to work with. Well, not so small, but it's easier to have it on that side than to try and hold it on the other side. If you know, you know. Okay, so 3/8 and 3/4. My scoring blade doesn't want to stay in there. I'm also going to grab another scrap just to do our little piece along the side. So that is 7/8 by, I want to say 5 7/8. Time will tell. I'll cut that down after. So now all we need to do, and I'm sure this probably isn't going to be super easy for you to see, but you'll see it nonetheless. I really want to be able to just show my hands, but I'm not sure how on my iPad. Oh, there we go. You don't need to see my face. I am not looking my best. Like I said, I showered, I got ready today, but it was a work from home day, so I did nothing with my hair. Okay, so I'm just I'm mitering off that one tab, and then we'll just do a little bit of mitering on each of these sides. And if you're not sure what mitering is, it's basically taking a sliver of pie out, and then we'll just do a little miter on that part. So cut up both of those score lines to the second score line, miter that part off, cut that lower part of the tab off, miter, 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 and then we are going to adhere it. So, hi, Feline. Must be right before your team meeting. My poor team, I canceled yesterday because one, I'm fighting this cold. Two, it is such a busy time that I thought, why do I do this? Why do we have, like, I need to do a Christmas party, not like a team meeting. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we're just going to glue these tabs down, and it's liquid glue, so it gives you a couple seconds of wiggle room, but it also means that you need to hold it there for a couple of seconds to let it start setting. I'm going to start sounding like Phoebe soon when she's got her cold. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to tuck that in or have it on top. I like to have it on top because I don't want to have my hot chocolate packet stuck on that little piece when the time comes. So we're going to add glue. You could use tear and tape, but with tear and tape, you only get one chance to put it down. If it's wrong, good luck. Okay, now the other thing I would suggest is kind of shake your cocoa to one end and then put it in there, and that will help to get it in the right place. Sorry, someone must be walking by. My neighbor, bless his heart, was trying to help and get the snowblower out of our backyard so that he could clear some snow before Dave got home. And I guess he didn't realize that it's not a pull start. It has a pull start, but Dave upgraded it to get some electric thing. And our poor neighbor broke the pull. And then when I called Dave and told him, he's like, oh, man. He's like, but just tell him he doesn't need to pull it. He can just use the electric start. But then, of course, when I went out to tell him that, he was already back inside. Okay, so now we are just going to put this DSP on. And now I just realized again that I forgot to do my little hole, but that's okay. We'll go with a hole. What I had been planning on was to use this very best punch and get a little rectangle in there, kind of like I did on this one. Now you can see on my prototype I had this little loop and I had some ribbon in there. I prefer the ways that I did it here. So we've got twine on one with just some holes punched in the back because I forgot. And then this one just has the ribbon to keep the whole thing closed. Thank you so much, Judy. Hi, Dawn. I am trying to remember, like, the reason I do this one, obviously, is because I love it, but I like teaching. I want you to be able to make what I make, right? So I need to give you those kind of tips, not just like go through the process and not share those things. Okay, once your DSP is all set, I recommend putting that in there. It just keeps it stable. We will, I think I'll grab some Pacific Point and we'll put some of that on the front and the inside. So I think I'm probably going to need a bit more DSP. But I have some. Okay, so I think that'll be just right. And I can't remember what this measurement was. I was shocked that I knew the last one. Okay, so we will do, I think we'll do 3 on this one. How much snow do you have? Oh, lucky Kathy. We have, you know what? We've had worse. I can't say in inches. I definitely can't say in centimeters how much we have, but we have definitely had worse. Okay, I forgot. This one isn't going to have DSP and cardstock. It's going to have basic white. And why don't I just undo this? You know what? Today I feel like it snowed quite a bit. I'd say we have maybe 3-4 inches. Like really, it's not bad for Winterpeg Manasnoba. Hi, Dawn from Canada. Okay, so this will be the basic white. We'll probably trim this one down. I like the little extra Pacific Point for some, 1 for the color and 2 for that bit more stability. Oh, and I want to mention, I don't even know if I can do it now. But I was trying to do it where there was a giveaway. I don't even know if I can do it now. But I really need to start getting rid of some of these cards and treat holders. But treat holders for now, I'm going to bring to work and just let people go to town. But my cards, help me out. I've got way too many. Okay, so this one we will cut down just a little bit. So this will be, I can only keep so much in my head. We'll cut the Pacific Point to 3 by 5 5/8. And then I'll cut the DSP down to 2 7/8. Do you think I can remember what I just said? 3, right? Was it 3? Oh, wait. 5 5/8. And of course, I got the one part I didn't really want to get. I might do 5. I'm not on cold meds, so we won't blame it on that. I'm just Dory. Where'd my ruler go? I literally just had it, did I not? Oy. Okay, so the cover is 3 1/4 by 6. So let's do 3 1/8 by 5 7/8, which is I'm pretty sure that's what I had the first time around because those sound very familiar. Not too bad. I might take just a smidge off the side. We'll do 3 by 5 7/8. You want to have an even margin on the 4 sides, or I do. You do you. And then maybe on the inside we'll have a, no. I can't do it. So we'll do 3 by 5 7/8 again. So apparently there's a way. Oh, thank you, Feline. Have a good time. Say hi for me. You wish you had some? Do you mean snow? Because I'll send you some. Okay, and then this one I'll just have to trim down a little bit. About a quarter of an inch on either side. So we'll do 2 7/8 by 5 5/8. I think I might have just taken off a little bit too much on top, but that'll work. So that this is the outside. Outside. Okay, so I'm just going to use some liquid glue. This is Tombow. I just have it in a fine tip applicator. I don't know why I'm using it for a job where I want more glue, but it's handy. Okay, and then for the inside, I will use Seal because we'll be putting some basic white. I've got stuff everywhere. Yes, no. So I will figure out this whole giveaway thing next week. I thought I had it figured out, but I don't want to leave where I'm at to risk something not working. Although you can't see my face, can you? Let's see. Bear with me for just a second here, please. And then we can... Ooh, it might work. So you are going to type giveaway. Ooh. Okay, someone type hashtag giveaway. And let me see. Can I type it in here? I'll show you what you need to type. Nope. Okay, so put that in there, and then you will be entered to win. I'll give away a couple of cards. I was kind of thinking maybe I should do like little gift sets. Was this was 3 inches, right? Good Lord. Okay, so we'll do 2 7/8 by 5 5/8, I think it was. And then before I adhere this, we'll do our stamping of the penguin. What should we have as our cup? Now, I have no... Oh, so cool. There's 3 entries. What do you want to bet? It's going to be me. Do you mean now? Sorry. Yes, you mean now, Judy. Do you mean for the giveaway? If so, yes. I'm going to get my bigger bottle of Tombow. Okay, so someone on Facebook just said giveaway. Can you please tell me who you are? Because I'd love for everyone to win, but I can't see your name, which is just a permissions thing. And as far as I know, once you give StreamYard permission once, that's all you have to do. Yes, Judy, just type hashtag giveaway. And it is collecting on Facebook and... Oh, Barbara. How's Florida, my friend? I've got something to send to you, and I don't want to wait until you're back home. Yes, it's collecting from my Facebook group, my Facebook page, and YouTube. So I'm not sure that I'd be able to... I don't know that I can do more than one winner, but we'll see. Maybe we could do one from each. So I'm just going to take my penguin place stamp. See, I talked too much at the beginning. No way was this ever going to be half an hour. We'll use some balmy blue, but I want to show you... I didn't do it this way yesterday because that would have been the smart way. But I'm going to take my Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. And before I stamp my little snowbank on there, my hill, whatever it is, we are going to adhere our sentiment so that it follows that same angle. So don't try and guess, just put it on at the same time, and I'll stamp it on my grid paper to make sure that it's good. Get a little extra ink on my Be Chill. And there we go. It's a little bit darker than my original one, but it's okay, right? Well, while I have the balmy blue out, I'll do a couple of snowflakes. So I was mentioning the pre-order and how I haven't really done anything with the new product. It's partially because I still have so much holiday stuff going on that I don't want to overwhelm you, me, all of us. And unless you're a demonstrator, you can't get it until January. So, not that I want to deter you from joining, but I also don't want to show you a ton of product that you can't get yet. Well, we still have so many great products available. Okay, so we're going to take our little bobsled penguin, take out the scarf. I'm not going to stamp this one. I am punching him out of cardstock. So we need, what do we need? We need his beak and his eyes. And hopefully I don't lose anything else. Okay, so with this penguin, ivy wed, sorry, couldn't help it. We need to use our stamparatus because I don't know about you, my memento never, ever, ever gives me a good impression the first time around. So I'll use my stamparatus. The one that I, like my sample, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I stamped that 5 times to get it that solid. So let's get him on there. We could have him going down. Now, it was kind of silly of me to put all my snowflakes. I did not do that the first time around, so maybe I don't want a fussy cut. I'll just try and make sure he doesn't have any snow right on his face. You know what? It is what it is. I managed to remember to put my ribbon down. Something was bound to go in the wrong order, right? Like, you know me. Focus. Okay, so there's one. Two. I feel like we need to do the Sesame Street count. 3. 4. Oh, we may be going to 6 this time. 5. Oh, just a little bit up here. 6. Oh, come on. Work with me, penguin. That'll do. Was that 7? Isn't it cute? So I really did it the hard way, Judy. When I did this, it was an afterthought, of course, because we know me, right? I tried lining it up, and I think I did a pretty good job, but it was definitely an afterthought. I'm just going to come in and darken up this a little bit. So if you ever have an image that doesn't quite stamp right and you haven't used the stamparatus, you can usually come in with a Stampin' Right marker and darken it up. Just going to leave it. Okay, and then I am going to do pumpkin pie this time. I did Mango Melody for his beak on my sample. His beak is detached. Okay, so remember I just said that if something goes wrong, bring in your Stampin' Right marker so we can fill in that little gap. He's got a little snowflake on his beak. I did put a cheek on this one. I didn't on the one on the front because it doesn't feel like there's a right spot. So that is Flirty Flamingo. I think I'll probably keep going over his beak to get rid of that little black spot. But oh, thank you. So how do you know when your chamois has bit the biscuit? Well, one, you go to on stage and present, and the staff at Stampin' Up! Are so embarrassed by your chamois that they give you a brand new one. True story. But 2, you end up with like little black fluffy stuff everywhere. So it was starting to leave things on the stamp. So if you've ever wondered how you know when your chamois is done, it's when it starts to shed. Like it's supposed to be cleaning, not making a mess. And it can be pretty darn dirty and old before it starts to fail. But when they gave me this new chamois, I'm like, don't you shame my chamois. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Sorry, but you know I have to clean up as I go. I already have. I'm overwhelmed by all this stuff over here. Okay, so we've got our little guy here that we need to put on our Pacific Point. So I filled in that little bit that was that was not filled in. I'm gonna say oh Jesus, I can't even say it. A recovering perfectionist. I'd like to say that that doesn't bother me, but it bothers me. So I may come in later and fix it. But I also have to be careful because I would be using Stampin' blends, which are alcohol markers, and I don't want it coming through. Although it would have to come through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of cardstock to be seen on the front once this is all assembled. Okay, so I've got my Stampin' seal on there. We're going to pop him in. Like I said, this gives you a nice spot to write your sentiment, your greeting. We need a spoon. Okay, so we can do that. How did I adhere this again? So I put one hole in there. Well, we're going to be doing it a little bit differently because I put my ribbon under there. So initially I was just going to do like a ribbon loop. Should I do that or should I pull this through? Let's try yet another way. So we just need any hole punch. Any hole punch will do. I really want to pull that out, but then I have to take the whole piece off. What do I do? What do I do? We will put it through that part. I just got a crocodile the other day, and man, oh man, is that thing intense. Get out. I had to watch videos, and it's complicated. And that's not even the eyelet setter. That was just the hole punch. I can't wait to show you what I made with it, but I can't yet because it would spoil a surprise. Okay, so I just use a floss threader to get that back through, and now we're going to have to come back around, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just showing you that we're all human and we make mistakes. So I remembered to put the ribbon in, but I also secured it before I should have. Okay, so I think that's all we need for the inside. So I'm leaving myself a nice long length of ribbon because it has occurred to me in the last couple years, since every single one of my coworkers seems to keep every single thing I've ever given them, that I never leave the recipient enough ribbon to be able to retie the bow. Like, they would have to be a bow ninja to be able to retie it. So that was not something I had considered in making my treat holders, that people would want to keep them, that they would like do their very best not to rip it to open it, but that they'd want to be able to reseal it. I mean, how sweet is that? It's funny because seriously, everywhere I go in the office, someone has something. I'm like, wow, you people are sweet. Okay, so there is our spoon. There's our hot chocolate. Now all we need is our little penguin on the front. And I used a deckled rectangle that I just had handy when I did this the first time. We need a teacup. Would have loved a big mug, but we don't have a mug die right now. So he was either in a teacup or a beer stein. And I don't know about you, but I don't have my hot chocolate in a beer stein. A teacup would be more likely. Okay, this poor little bow keeps getting shorter. What should we do the same DSP for our teacup? Oh, thank you so much. Don't forget, we've still got the giveaway going. There are 5 entries. So I am going to draw this live because, I mean, we need to see how this works, right? I will go ahead and I will punch my penguin, poor little guy. And I will send cards because this is going to be sending a card, not product. I can send this worldwide. So it doesn't have to be within Canada. But when it comes to product, it can only be within Canada. Okay, I got some little weirdness when I punched there. There might be a little piece of cardstock stuck somewhere. Oh, this is thick, that's why. Okay, we need the body. How many times do you have a little scrap and you're like, I'm just going to throw it out? Well, when I was doing my sample, I'm like, I'm going to hang on to this one so that I've got enough. Yes, same DSP. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and glue this on. Everything is so echoey. Now, even when you put something on, you can still come in and buff it, like this little piece that's sticking up. I do want to take a look and see if I can find something that's kind of like a cylindrical file so that when I have something that's round, like maybe something that has, say, a reinforcement where you've got an outer circle and an inner circle, I want to have something like that where I can smooth it out. But I keep forgetting to look. Okay, when I die cut my teacup, I'm also going to die cut a piece of the Pacific Point cardstock at the same time, and that will give it a little bit more support. So, look, I had everything I needed right here. So we'll use just the solid teacup, and I'm just going to die cut both at the same time. I'll be lazy. I could glue them together, but I'm not going to yet. And if we're putting the snowfall, we need to do that before we adhere it. I mean, I proved that it could be done otherwise, but it did warp things just a little bit. Okay, so there's our teacup. We've got our penguin. He needs a little beak. So I'm just going to take a little piece of my orange washi tape and do a little triangle because I don't think that the other penguin's beak would work on this guy. So my scissors. I would suggest keeping it on the roll because it's pretty small. And it gets a little tricky when you're trying to hold on to it all. That was a lot smarter than the way I did it earlier. Okay, so we'll just pop this on there right at the bottom of that, right at the top of the white, the bottom of the black, where the two come together. I know his nose is very high, but I like it like that. Okay, I don't like doing cheeks on this one. To me, it just looks kind of funny. This is a very pointy beak. Okay, for his scarf, we could actually use washi tape, but I'm just going to, on a scrap of basic white, do his scarf. And I stuck with Poppy Parade because I wanted to bring in the color of the candy cane. Otherwise, it just kind of seemed like it wasn't cohesive. Ooh, that one's cute. Not a good inking of it, but looks cute. It's funny, I keep looking up to see the number, the people still watching, and I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm like, wow, I must have gone on too long. Talking too much, but I was looking at the wrong number. I thank you all for joining me. I know I was gone for a few weeks. Last week was the first one back. it was a lot easier being able to do this while still being at home, working from home. I mean, I log off of my work computer, I get dinner, and can prepare, but this was actually prepared yesterday. Can you believe it? I need to stick with that. I know some people like fly by the seat of your pants. I tend to, but then I never know where the project is going to end up. It ends up being way too long, and we've all got a lot to do, right? So with my Wink of Stella, I'm going to make this look like it was black glimmer paper. It's hard to do in the air, but just add some Wink of Stella. You can go over it a few times if you really want to get some glitter in there. I'm just going to go over it the one time tonight. I do like adding some Wink of Stella to the eyes. It kind of makes it look like they're alive. I did used to use a glaze pen, but I find that they dry out so fast. Okay, so we'll do our snowfall. We need some kind of a background, and I'm just going to grab a snowflake. Without the background, the cup kind of gets lost. So I just went into my little scrap die cut drawer, and this one actually is with the dots. Is it dots and stripes embossing folder? What is it called? Qu'est-ce que c'est? It is stripes and splatters. So I used the splatters one. I don't know if you can see the pattern on there. It's kind of subtle, but I really felt like it needed some white in behind it. Otherwise, there was just way too much going on. So I'm not going to do any stamping. I will just bring in a blending brush to kind of get some blue in the background. This has Balmy Blue or Pool Party from when I made my sample. So it is pretty subtle, but I don't want it to be in our face. I'm going to use a glue dot for my snowflake, and it won't be all popped up this time or curled up because I will have done my embossing the right way. So we'll put him on there. I'm going to grab a couple of the fine sparkled gems. These are so cute. They were actually part of our last retreat, and I don't think the catalog did them justice. It was part of the gnome suite of products, but oh, they're so pretty and so colorable, which I love. If you know me, you know I love coloring embellishments to change them up. Snowfall puff paint, and then I really have to pee. Okay, so you need to give it a very good shake. And I'm going to heat my heat tool. I'm sorry if you can hear it, but this is, it's no Zoom. They don't muffle the sound, so I'm sorry, but I need this to be nice and hot. I do find that setting it on the lower setting, it doesn't blow away, and it tends to rise a little bit more than that, but of course I'm trying to hurry. I'm going to skip the little bit that's on his head. And then what I did was I just cut into his arms a little bit so that they peeked over the cup. Oh, that would be so cute. Make some marshmallows. Let's see, can I add this? Oh, I don't know how to get it on there right now. Kathy's saying that if we put some little marshmallows, that would be really cute. So I did cut his little hands so that they would be hanging over, but then I put way more of the snowfall puff paint and it looked funny. So I just kind of covered them up. So we're just going to put some glue back here. Wipe that off. And then pop him on here, and then we'll put a few dimensionals. Oh, I just smudged it. That little bit of paint went over there, so I may have to put a little bit more of the snow. Let's just call it snow, to cover that up. And then I'm going to pop him up. I'm not going to do that part right now because I don't want to have to take him back off, but I can put this on. Okay, so that is it. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy to be back doing this. I mean, it was only a few weeks off, but I want to thank you for coming back to me. Okay, so let's just pretend he's on there, and that's all. So I would love to know which one is your favorite, the penguins, the owl. I will put the dimensions in the description after I go to the bathroom. And I want to thank you so much again. We'll see you soon, my crafty friends. Bye.